Bro, Marquis is done, dude. His rep is done.
Thank you.
Yeah, especially that Van Dijk
clearly
stuff.
his last season. This is clearly
That
his
Van
last.
Dijk stuff. They wanna
yeah. If Van
get rid
Dijk,
of Marquinhos, get Van Dijk for free.
Van Dijk,
Why
Van
we
Dijk is
shitting on
another
Marquinhos?
level.
He was
To
good
Marquis.
today.
No, he wasn't.
No,
Marquis wasn't good today.
Today,
No,
y'all are crazy.
He was probably PSG's worst player. If we have
I mean,
to pick
the
one.
whole team played well, but Marquis wasn't bad today.
Marquis was had good. No.
He wasn't. He wasn't poor, but
I'm not saying he dropped like a masterclass or anything, but he was good. Like I saw a 7 out of 10% performance today.
Marquinhos is our captain. He should be a top 3 player in every single game.
No, stop.
But he didn't do anything wrong, though.
Stop. He's a center back. He's a center back.
He was getting constantly cooked, man.
How was he
By
getting?
who? By who?
He got cooked
Luis
like
Diaz.
twice. When he
Luis
dived into
Diaz,
Saka,
bro.
he got cooked like twice, bro.
Okay, does anyone remember the Pacho clearance? Like block that came from Luis Diaz
Was
going
it when
against
he came across and blew
Marquinhos.
it?
Then Marquinhos just fucking around.
Was it when he
Neves
came
had to
and
help
blew
him.
Or which one are we talking about?
It was Luis Diaz, like a hard pass into the middle. Nuno got a touch on it. Then he went to Soboslai.
then Szoboszlai, that block.
And that's Marquis just fucking around against Diaz. He's such a pussy defender. He's like Van Dijk without the aura. Just a bitch, man. He just backs off, gives his ass, man. No, it has to stop.
Okay,
man.
okay. Y'all
Look at Dolan, look at-
y'all are hopping
look
on
at
and off
Dolan.
the Marquis train.
No.
A couple
Beraldo
games
came
ago-
on.
I'm not.
Beraldo
kidding.
looked
If Van
better
Dijk
than
is
him.
it- If Van Dijk is here to be the leader of the line next season, I'm doing it for free. I'm doing it. I'll ship Marquis off. I'm shipping Marquis off.
Tosin, look, you get Van Dijk, and then you get like a Dean Huijsen. Perfect.
Yeah. No, it's not just one. We need 2 center backs this summer. We need 2.
one young, one on. Yeah. No, because I mean, Marquis, it's annoying now. It's annoying now.
They didn't play bad, like, bro. Y'all making it seem like he didn't do like what he did with Madrid. Like you're just hating. Like I remember a couple pods ago, you guys saying all Marquis, like, or was it?
So see that's
giving praise to Marquis, and all of a sudden, like he didn't play bad
but
today.
no. Look, Tosin has said some wild stuff. Okay.
I just hope that when Marquis probably goes and scores a crucial goal, that you guys like keep maintain that same energy.
Look,
No,
this
he
was
can
the
score
2
some
biggest
crucial
game of
goals.
the season, and he was a question mark once again. Like how many times? How many
A
times?
question mark? I don't
this?
think so. Like he played.
Bro,
fine.
the
He played
first
well.
leg, he was the target. Like they were targeting him all first. leg.
Marquinhos played bar the last bit. Even that.
See, that was bar this, bar that, and before that, you also said. But he
Okay,
didn't do
well,
what he
okay.
did
Let's
against
Van
Madrid.
Dijk. Did
He
Van
didn't
Dijk
do
have a good
against-
leg? Did Van Dijk have a? Who had the better leg? Who had the better tie? Him
Oh,
or
Van
Van
Dijk.
Dijk?
Van
Oh
Dijk.
my.
Van
Okay.
Van Dijk today-
No, y'all are
Van Dijk
not-
today was
Y'all
nuts.
are
Van
not
Dijk today
flipping
was actually
serious.
nuts.
Y'all are
Van
not
Dijk today
serious.
was nuts.
Y'all are not
Van
over
Dijk
the 2
today
legs.
was
Over the
actually-
2 legs, y'all are not serious. Y'all
Over
are
the 2
actually.
legs,
Y'all
yeah.
are
I mean,
like.
ultimately,
Y'all have a
his
Marquis
performance
agenda.
today-
Y'all are a Marquis agenda.
ultimately, dude, Van Dijk today.
Y'all
is-
have a Marquis agenda.
Marquis
bro. I'm
dreams
not-
to play the level Van Dijk played today.
I cannot.
But
Marquis
that's
be
not
dreams
this.
to
serious.
Like we all know Van Dijk's better than Marquis, but like if you're
Yeah, that's
comparing
what I'm
to-
saying. Like,
Yeah, or we can
might
get
as well-
Van Dijk and get rid of Marquis. Wouldn't you do that?
Oh no, but that's a different conversation to saying Marquinhos is shit. Like I'm sorry, but that's ridiculous.
Yeah,
man.
okay,
Yeah.
I agree, DJ. He's not shit. It's just that
He's good. He's not just nuts. He's been good this season.
Yeah,
Like,
he's been
been
good the first-
good.
God knows how long, man.
yeah,
But
against
y'all
Brest,
are thinking
against Stade
Marquis just not-
Brest
Bro,
are-
even
Yeah,
against Brest, I was
yeah,
saying
Brest-
he's
Brest
like
are
good.
Yeah, Brest are
Yeah,
massive, man.
Brest.
Marquis is just not a nigga you go to war with. I don't like him being the leader of our line. We need a new leader.
Yeah.
of the line.
No,
But
He
he's
has that.
led the
It's
line the
honest,
whole
man.
season, and he's led it well.
No, he's
To
not.
you,
In the
yes.
group stage against Arsenal.
No, not the group. Bro, I'm talking about the
Oh
whole
my
season.
gosh,
Not
oh my
for the
gosh,
full
nah,
game.
nah.
You said the whole season.
I know you don't always bring up Dembele.
Okay,
in
City.
Tuesday.
Even
Tuesday,
even
man.
the City game where we scored 4 goals, he was fucking blamed for that second goal, man. He's just
So
embarrassment,
one
man.
goal. One goal. That's what we're doing.
Bro, it's one goal every game. Per game is one goal. Per game
Tell
is
me,
one goal.
Thiago Silva was at this club for 8 years. Name me one Thiago
one
Silva.
mistake is what we're judging him off. That's what we're
No,
doing.
it's
Thiago
a
Silva didn't make
constant
mistakes.
mistake.
I mean, if you want, we can find several
Constant
Thiago
mistake.
Silva
Thiago
mistakes.
Silva didn't
You
make
can
mistakes.
I don't remember a single one,
Bro,
Don't
don't even mention Marquis in the same sense as Thiago Silva.
I will mention
don't
him
even dare.
wherever I want to mention
Don't
him.
even
bro.
dare.
Thiago Silva
Don't
made
even
mistakes. But the difference is everyone sucks his dick, so you guys ignore all the mistakes he made.
Mention them. I'm
I'm not going to mention every single mistake he made over 10 years.
Okay, mention one.
No,
you're asking this in the heat of the moment. It's not like people.
No, because you niggas have
photograph.
You niggas have no you
guys
have no recollection.
Oh, we have photographed this like right
you
this.
You niggas have no recollection. Where where? Let me know. And the thing is, like for that last goal we conceded, the Harvey Elliott goal. Thiago Silva actually used to do that a lot, where he would play a defender onside, because he was scared of the aerial duel. But what he would make sure he did is he would win the fucking aerial duel. That's what Thiago Silva always did. He would always make sure he won the fucking aerial duel.
Position all the time.
Bro, that's not relevant, right?
So you tell me the left back
zero not relevant. Don't ask
not relevant
questions. Don't ask irrelevant questions.
How
a man played another man onside, and a man played another man onside.
So the left back losing his man. So the left back losing his man who scores the goal. That's not relevant.
Have an advantage. You played him onside just so you can have an advantage in the
duel,
and then you proceed to lose the duel, and then you fall on your ass.
Okay, can you ask my question? Is the left back losing his man who scores the goal? Is that relevant?
Which left back are you referring to?
Nuno,
because Marquis plays right of center.
Marquis plays right of center, and he scores the goal.
Marquis plays right of center though. Like, what do you like? That's more Pacho's side.
What are we doing? No. Nuno let Elliott run past him to score the goal. Is that?
Oh, we're talking about Marquinhos' mistake.
No, I'm not talking about Nuno. Why is it always
even that? Like, I think it's just a duel. Like, and even that he's unfortunate there as well. Like, if you go back and you look at it, it takes a deflection.
In the first leg, that would have put us up 2-0. But everyone wants to talk about Donnarumma and Marquinhos, bro. It's always agendas with everyone. But you never want to blame the fan favorites that everyone loves. But it's Marquinhos. He's the scapegoat every single year.
Because he fucking stinks. This nigga's been stinking it up since Remontada, man. What the fuck? Have you been watching this shit? Have you not been watching this nigga since 27? Like, how long you been a PSG? You might be an Arsenal fan. You might be a fucking Arsenal fan.
We can see the 6 goals against Barca because of Marquinhos.
You actually be watching the games, nigga. You be watching the games.
We can see 6 because of Marquinhos.
Bro, because of Marquis, Thiago Silva don't have a fucking career no more. Neymar's gone.
Is Marquinhos' fault Thiago Silva is playing in Gibraltar? That's what we're doing.
Right, y'all have a Marquis agenda. Like, I'm not saying you have to say
no, Junior, you can't say that. Like,
yes, I am, because you guys are making it seem as this guy's some fugazi. Like he's a level of like a backer or something like that.
Ever since he started losing his head versus City, he's been making constant Champions League knockout mistakes, which is unforgivable.
What against
City?
He made this season. Like he's been
against City, like in the
this season against Arsenal, against Club Brugge.
What did he do against Arsenal?
Against maybe fucking let the ball go through.
Forget group stage.
You mean
what he did in the first leg? What he did in the first leg is enough.
From the free kick.
Yeah.
I don't think he was at front post, was he?
Let me see. I don't have it.
And if you want to point an issue, why are we not pointing to Nuno who gave away the free kick? Why are we blaming Marquinhos?
With Nuno Mendes, DJ, is my thoughts about Nuno Mendes. I've been very critical of his defensive flaws this season.
So why aren't we saying to sell Nuno then? Why aren't we saying to sell Nuno Mendes?
The main difference is the valid excuses. Nuno Mendes is 23. He's playing at this
no. What do you always talk about your mouth? I don't care about age. If you're old enough, you can get it. Shout out, Carmelo. If you're old enough, you can get it. Like, I don't care.
I have not.
About the age gimmick, man. Come on.
No, but I have not removed Nuno Mendes from criticism. I'm just saying,
so
Marquinhos.
We need to sell Nuno. That's what you're telling me. We need to sell Nuno then.
Okay, so Marquinhos, Nuno Mendes on the same level.
We need to sell Nuno, right? That's what you're telling me.
Bro, Marquis is the most replaceable player in our defensive line. It's not even close.
Okay, so we need to sell Nuno.
It's not even close. Oh, who's more replaceable? Who's more replaceable?
You can go and buy.
No, answer. No. I want you to answer that.
In our defensive line.
Yes, who's more replaceable?
Replaceable. Nuno is more replaceable.
Yeah, you're a fucking smoking dick.
Bro, there's a million left back.
You're more replaceable as well.
You're smoking dick, man.
I mean, Nuno, like, as in like, even just objectively, in the sense that we do not. Who's our next right-footed playing center back? Who? Exactly, crickets. That's what I thought.
Yeah. The same nigga.
That's exactly what I thought. Like, buddy.
Well, but we won't hear anything.
Bro, like even just in terms of intrinsic level, just strictly talking about in terms of position and playing with your right foot, we don't have an alternate center back. And then on the left hand, we've got Barala who can play there, and you've got Lucas Hernandez who can play there. Not to mention, like.
You think me not dignifying that shitty ass question with a response means that's crickets or something, bro? Fucking Beraldo came in today. He came in today. We watched the game. Beraldo came in today, and we had way better calmness on the ball. We were twice the.
Bro, the game was done. Bro. Like, when did Beraldo come on?
What do you mean the game was
done? He came in the 90th minute. People were tired. Like, it's not the same. It was the 90th minute. He came in for extra time. Extra time. People were legged. Like, you can't compare. You can't go and say that. You can't, in good faith, go and say that those two things are the same.
Okay. So the question I want to ask: does Marquinhos have a consistent mistakes in the UCL knockout stages for us ever since the Madrid mistake? Yes or no?
Are you asking, does he make mistakes? Every player makes mistakes.
Every player does not make mistakes.
That's not true. Every player literally makes mistakes.
Are talking big mistakes. Like a big mistake.
Every single player makes mistakes, bro. Like, let's be honest.
Look, Marquinhos costing us in the knockout stages is a common thing. I don't know why we're playing around it.
You're pointing to us getting knocked out as only his mistake. In the same,
that's what I've not done that. Where have I done that? Where have I done that?
The midget donkey missed the penalty in the first leg. Why do we not talk about that? Why is it always Marquinhos and Donnarumma's mistakes? Why is it only one player's mistakes that get highlighted?
When have I blamed?
First of all, you just said to me about every year he makes big mistakes in the UCL. Why is it only his mistakes that get highlighted? I don't understand. Nuno, literally in the first leg, he let man beat him.
You're putting words into my mouth. I've not said that. I've said Marquinhos. Why are you not saying every single?
Why are you not saying we need to sell Nuno now?
I mean, I just told you, Nuno Mendes is not on the same expectation level as Marquinhos.
Why not? Because of his age.
Marquinhos is the captain of this club.
Him being the captain doesn't matter, bro. Like you're 11
him being the captain doesn't matter.
Yes, like he's okay. He's the captain because he's the leader on the pitch. He leads. You could ask anyone.
He's not.
He leads. He marshals.
No, okay. Even that, like, even if you want to argue
nobody
that
respects him in that dressing room. Nobody respects him.
No, that's false. That is
maybe
false.
the youngsters, maybe
that's
the TTs.
That's false. That's false.
He's marshalling the defense.
But you can say maybe he's not the most, like, he doesn't have exude leadership, so on and so forth. But to go and say that people completely disrespect him is false. Is like completely false. If you ever watch like the behind the scenes and all the stuff and everything, he's the one talking constantly. He's got a voice in the dressing room.
All right, thank you, Tony. Let's not forget what Sancho did to Nuno last year in Dortmund tie, bro. He pulled his pants down and took advantage of him, bro.
Like, I'm not saying like
let's not. If you want to start bringing up mistakes of the past, let's look at what Sancho did.
I don't like we're talking about Marquinhos here, and then you're like pointing at others. What you can say instead is, no, maybe the Marquinhos mistake isn't costly enough for us to sell him. I don't know why you keep on talking about Nuno Mendes. Like, this is not a debate. Nuno Marquinhos. We're talking about Marquinhos.
I think his point that he's making that you're highlighting, specifically targeting the fact that of what Marquinhos
is our captain. This is our captain.
Oh, so he can't make mistakes because he's the captain.
And even that, like, the header.
Of course. You think if Van Dijk was making this, he would still be at Liverpool?
Van Dijk makes mistakes.
For me, it's the fact that you go and say like that. I think Marquinhos played better overall than Van Dijk did overall. Like, if you just look at it in terms of if you just look at if XG obviously isn't everything. If Liverpool, if we had an XG of 5.8 or whatever it was, and they had an XG over the two legs of like 2 point something. This is just expected, given that means that we suffered less chances than they did, which means that we were defending overall better into some capacity. So I don't know how. No, for me, it's the fact that you went and said that over the tie that Marquinhos was worse than Van Dijk, especially given that what Van Dijk did in that donkey where he's running to flipping no man's land. Like,
I have no idea
thank you. I have no idea. If that's Marquinhos, we would never hear the end of it, bro. Like, Liverpool, no, we should have scored off that, but no one will be pushing the narrative of Van Dijk let his team down. Van Dijk big UCL mistake because Dembele missed the sitter yet again. But no one's going to talk about that.
Why are you going at Dembele now?
Well, everyone can get it, bro.
We're using this to highlight the fact that
Marquinhos your father. Like, why are you?
It's the hypocrisy. It's the hypocrisy we're talking about.
Van Dijk mistake in the first
leg,
bro.
The fact that you guys are, bro. Marquis has been doing this shit for 4, 5, 6, 7 years. He's the only nigga that survived everything.
Okay, if you're gonna go and talk the mistakes, are we also gonna talk about all the crazy goals that he's kept us? The goal in the semifinal against all those goals as well. Like all those goals, are we not gonna mention those as well?
This guy is sold for 6-7.
Okay, then I'm gonna go and make the mistakes that he makes in the past aren't relevant either. Like you can't just go and strictly you can't just strictly go and talk about the negatives that he's done and done.
You guys literally are clueless.
Like you guys are. This is what I don't like about football is the reactionary nature of it. Like even if you want to go and say, okay, he made that mistake, doesn't make it for me. Like
bro, he has not made that mistake. He's made mistakes. Plural. He's like, bro, for 6. No. We're talking 9 years of mistakes in key points in the Champions League.
Okay,
like that's we can make a slideshow. We can make a slideshow. We could make a fucking 40.
Everyone remembers that 21-22 season as Marquinhos knocked us out of the Champions League, but then there's other niggas who fucked up. Like, how does that make any sense?
Let's just move on.
Sure.
People want us to
your little compilation. Show me the Messi penalty.
Okay, like even with that, are we gonna mention the Verratti pass as well? How it was a bad Verratti pass as well. Like again, I'm just like it's not to go and clue on a specific thing. Obviously, Marquinhos is making mistakes, but to go and say that this guy is
how are you highlighting a group stage game against Newcastle as like a big UCL mistake? It was a meaningless game.
It was a huge first goal. He just fucking
gave. It was a meaningless game in the second group stage game. You want to highlight that?
It's not a mean.
Look at this one. This is my favorite. That not many people know about.
What about Warren missing a sitter 2 minutes before this? Why do we not point to that? What about
Warren is fucking
because
first of all, Warren is 17. Warren is 17. How do you have the same expectations?
Okay, stop. Let's move on. Stop the friendly fire. Stop the friendly fire.
From 2 yards out.
Let's move to something else.
How can you have the same expectations on Warren?
Move to something else.
I'm asking for too much, expecting a pro to score from 3 yards out. That's what you want to
I haven't said that.
Move to something else.
I'm just saying.
There is no Marquinhos mistake against Dortmund if Warren scores his chance. There's no Marquinhos mistake against Dortmund if what's his name? If Berardo doesn't get dunked on, bro.
Okay, move to something else. Move to something.
Hummels jumped all over him to score the goal.
Okay, Mo, you were mentioning that there were comps that you had. Let's go through that.
No, Juno. We can end this discussion. No, because I want to end it in like a good way. So. DJ,
bro, it's not gonna end in a good way.
Fighting for his spot? Do you think he's fighting for his spot?
Who, Marquinhos?
You know, Donna. We all said today this game means so much for Donna. Like if he drops a stinker, we might have to sell him. Do you agree with that, DJ?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, Marquinhos. Do you agree that he's walking on thin ice at least?
No, he's not walking on thin ice. He's fine.
So he's comfy.
Okay.
He's comfy.
Yes, I think he's fine.
Okay,
he's had a very good season overall. I don't think he's done anything wrong.
No, he's had a good season. Good isn't good enough. Sometimes good isn't good enough for Paris Saint Germain.
What do you mean good isn't good? What kind of nonsense?
I mean, Ramos is a good player. For example.
Gonçalo?
Doesn't mean he's good enough.
No, but Gonçalo hasn't had a season as good as Marquinhos though.
No one's saying that.
But you just said
the point is good. The point is good isn't good enough. That's the point.
But Ramos isn't.
We need greatness. We need a great leader. We need someone that's great to lead our back.
But great isn't walking through the door. You're saying it's like it's easy to get great players.
Don't worry. That's why that's why the sporting director has his job.
So who's a great player that's walking through the door?
He'll figure that out. It's not my job.
When he figures that out, you can come back to me. Until then, Marquinhos is staying. How about
that? Neither of us have the power, so that's fine.
But that's pretty obvious though. If we can get a better player than Marquis, I'm not saying no to that. But that player is not walking through the door.
Yeah, that's a necessity though for the next season. That's all I'm saying.
I don't think it's our main concern.